Well, good evening, race fans. And my, oh my, it's been a long time since we've been here. It's been a long time coming since we have been up here in the broadcast booth here live on True Sim Productions. But man, oh man, we are coming back here with a banger at Talladega. It's League Wars 2026. $440. $440 on the line to tonight's race winner. We've already gotten to qualifying. We got drivers already taking the track. Sorry, but like I said, folks, I am completely out of the whole broadcasting deal. So please bear with me as I try to relearn the software, relearn everything, and yeah. We're in for a doozy tonight. $440 on the line. True Sim Productions. Hit that thumbs up button. It's been months, but we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes of open qualifying here. Which league will prevail? And you will note here, check out the windshield banner. Check out the spoilers of these trucks. You'll see here, they have the American flag. They are representing All American Racing League. Then you'll see a driver with maybe an orange spoiler or a green spoiler or a blue spoiler. So tonight is League Wars. We have 4 different leagues fighting. They're all fighting and vying for that one title of League Wars champion. How do you become League Wars champion? Well, it's simple. You win the race. You have one of your drivers push through, survive 100 laps at Talladega to win the event. That's the only way. That's how it's done. $440 will be paid to you. Now, there's been chatter in Discord. If the race winner wants, does he have to split the money with his team? Absolutely not. If the race winner wants to take home all the money, the race winner takes home all the money. It's up to him and only him. 8 minutes into qualifying. Typically, qualifying, not so important at a track like Talladega, a super speedway. But what makes tonight a little bit more interesting, a little bit more of a twist, is the fact that it's open qualifying. Teammates, draft, all that combined, you will prevail. You have none of that, well, you'll be starting near the back. As you start to see time starting to flood in, Kyle the Wildman Wellman jumped up to the top of the board with a 53.97, got Larry Bell, teammate, into 42. We was highlighting that pack, so they got a little bit of draft help. You'll see here, you're going to notice the fastest groups, you're going to see about 4 to 5 trucks. Why? Because they are the easiest to get organized. Yes, the more trucks, the better, typically here, but the more trucks you have in a line, the easier it is for carnage, for mayhem, for a slight bump. Remember, here on iRacing Open Qualifying, for those at home that don't know, if you get any type of incident on iRacing, if you touch the wall, you touch another truck, you bump draft, which is very custom at Talladega, you do any of that, you lose a lap. But look at these guys. They are using all the draft. They are pulling up to that pack. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Kyle the Wildman Wellman, give you a lap around Dega. You hear Kyle working that throttle. He is working that throttle. What he's trying to do at home, folks, what he's trying to do for the folks at home, he's trying to build a gap. He wants to have a gap in between him and the guys in front of him. Now, you don't want to go too far back because then you're at risk of losing the draft. What he's trying to do, he's trying to manage that bubble. He wants to stay right there on the tail end of where he's going to start losing the draft, because that gives him enough room and enough time to really build up the momentum and the miles per hour as he catches that pack ahead of him. Look for Kyle the Wildman Wellman, number 42, to have a heater of a lap here if all things go the 42's way here for his next lap. Now, typically, you don't want to have to pass, but he knows here he has the momentum. He's rocking on the outside. He wants somebody to go with him now, but he has to be careful. No contact here. Any contact, lap is gone. Now, see here, this is not what he wanted. He ended up timing it a little bad and was not able to basically stay behind that pack the whole time while getting a draft for the whole complete lap. He got to the outside here, so he's going to go a little slower. if he was able to maintain that draft for the entire lap, it would be a top of the board type lap. But right now you see him, he's sitting P7 on the board. Teammate Brian Zimmerman going to come up, try to give him air. Now he's going to give him the preferred line right at the yellow line, painting that yellow line. And now the famous quirk about Talladega, the start-finish line, way down past the tri-oval, not in your typical spot, as Wellman does not jump up top of the board, as him jumping to the outside of that pack really hindered the lap time for the number 42. As Thomas Walter sitting top of the board, Dakota's Money, Christopher Norris. So, if I'm not mistaken, you have 3 Trinity League drivers holding out the top podium right now, the top 3 spots. So, Trinity, they are here. They are here representing. Top 3 right now on the board. As Chris Norris, man, oh man, I race with him every Saturday night. As that man, he's something else. He's been, he was the first driver to win multiple races. Then he was the first driver to win at least 3 races. So he's definitely showing winning ways in All-American Racing League on Saturday nights. A little bummed to see that spoiler is green, and instead of the beautiful American flag for the AARL. So for the ones that don't know, peek behind the curtain, I am a co-owner of All-American Racing League. But now to throw other monkey wrench into the equation, I am the owner of CLR. They are another league/team out here. So we definitely have many hats we're wearing out here tonight. But for the next hour and a half or so, for at least the next 100 laps of Talladega, I'm a broadcaster. I don't care who wins, who takes the money. I just want to have one hell of a show. Folks, we're going to throw it down and let you hear all the sights and sounds of Talladega. You got League Wars 2026. You got 2.5 minutes, a little bit more left in qualifying. Headset users, please beware. It's about to get loud. We'll be back at you on the flip side. Alrighty, folks, quick little peek behind the curtain there. That allowed me a brief moment to finish setting up everything on my end, as we are now just a mere moments from hitting the grid here for League Wars 2026. I want to thank all the leagues for participating. I want to send a huge shout out to Kanada's group, Trinity Racing League. Send a huge shout out to Dalton Kilroe's group, Blazing Pedals, Hightide Racing League. Tom Friedis, wish he was here. He's working, but his group, Front Row, and my group, CLR, we converge. So shout out to them for coming out. And then, of course, All American Racing League. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody for coming out, becoming a part of this. As this was just something that I had in my brain just a few weeks ago. Put the idea out, and, well, you know, if you build it, they will come. All right, that's going to wrap it up for qualifying as we wait for race control to let these drivers know where they're starting at and where they're going to be at on the grid as qualifying is finishing up. Folks, if you're watching out at Viewerland, like I said earlier, almost a disclaimer of sorts. I used to broadcast all the time. I fell out of it, got burnt out. I quit doing it. This is my first broadcast in probably 6-7 months, if not longer. So we're rusty. The software, it's changed 3 to 4 times over since the last time I was here. So please bear with me. If audio is off, if something seems off, just let me know. And I'll work at it and I'll do my best to fix it. Let me know in the chat. Who do we got tonight, folks? I see we got 11 viewers out there. Let me know. Who do you got? Tripods in the wall. Well, time to get the wreck going to the front, as that is Kyle, the wild man. Well, and talk about the front. And speaking of the front, let's get that grid rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. It's League Wars 2026. Grid time. Thomas Walter sitting top of the board with a 52.112. Going to have his teammate Dakota Money starting to his outside, row number 1. With fellow teammate Nolan Mills starting P3 inside, row number 2. Brian Zimmerman in the USA Firearms AARL number 28 starting 4th with teammate Larry Belsky. And then Nick Moody representing BPL starting in 6th. Gabriel Gooley, another AARL driver. And then we have Mr. Joseph Klein starting 8th to his outside, row number 4. Inside row number 5, we got Cody Reed. And then number 25 was Cody USB Cowboy Gibson in the number 1, starting to his outside in 10th. And then in 11th, we have Mr. Cedric Hunter and Christopher Norris, Mr. AARL's most winningest driver, starting in 12th. As we figure out how to cycle this again, I can't remember how to do it. How do we cycle the thing? Cycle the grid. Oh, me, they have changed it on me, folks. I may not be able to cycle the grid. All right, folks. I do apologize for that. I am bad at my job, but let's just keep blazing through the starting grid since I can't finish it up there. 13th, we have Chris Paul Hammers. 14th is going to be Garrett Wiles. Then the number 77 of Matt Jones starting in 15th. And 16th, we're going to have Daniel Rupek with Kyle. The Wildman Wellman starting 17th. William McClellan. And 18th, Tim Trowbridge. 19th, Zachary Wake. Another AARL race winner starting 20th. With Nick Crawford, another winner, in 21st. Alex Fuller's in 22nd. Aaron Kralik in 23rd. Joshua Kanada's 24th. Ryan Rose 25th. And Dalton Kilroe is going to be playing shotgun to the field here tonight. It's League Wars 2026. 100 laps. Talladega. There's only one, I repeat, one scheduled caution on the event. When is that caution? I'll tell you. It's between lap 40 and lap 60. Who determines when that caution flies? Well, you're listening to him right now. It's us here at Viewerland. It's myself in the broadcast booth. We determine when the stage caution or the stint flies. $440 is on the line here tonight. What will you do to not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but maybe also pay your teammates and also get the ego and the acclaim of being champion of the League Wars 2026. Spooky Walnut said, woohoo, it's going to be fun. Lock in. Pace car is getting ready to make that left-hand turn on the pit road, and it's getting ready to be boogity, boogity, boogity. It's League Wars 2026. For the first time, Barney Fife Jr. has the green flag in his hand. As they're off. Loud pedal to the floor. Good pushes out of 28 machine on the outside. Now, folks, please bear in mind, this is a special event, one-off. So paint schemes, numbers, all that. It's going to take me a minute to get used to who your favorite driver is, who is what in what paint scheme, if that makes sense. So bear with me as green flag is out. It looks like the inside lane, a little bit of a stack-up issue from the third row on back. That's really allowed this outside lane to look well more organized, as was speechless there for a second. Thought we were about to see a pile up there on lap 1, as we got to figure out how to get that to where it's showing the lap. There we go. There we go. Oh, we got 3 wide already forming. I could not catch who it is. I think Cody Reed in a 25. Going to go high side rider, trying to join his Trinity Racing League teammates up there to the front. Got the 38, Mr. Chris Norris, right there behind him. As 3 trucks, 3 wide deep. And look at the wild man taking a peek to the outside. Jumps back down low, or to the middle, I should say. As not ready really to risk it this early into the event. So Wildman thinks better of it. Jumps down low. As you can see, these trucks are very racy. I was hearing in practice, they can only go about 24, 25 laps on a tank of fuel. Now, tires tonight. Will tires become a factor? Hell no. No chance in the world. Tires, got plenty of them. Fuel will be an issue. 24, 25 laps, a 100-lap race. I'm a redneck from Kentucky, but that tells me if I can go 25 laps, we might be able to cut a pit stop out here tonight. As Nolan, as I spoke incorrectly earlier, representing AARL, leading the outside lane. Dakota Money's Trinity Racing League on the inside lane. Got a teammate in the 7 of Thomas Walker behind him. And you see at least 3 AARL trucks lined up here on the outside. All being led around this very, very, very big, over 2-mile oval here in the southern portion of the United States, led around by the race EPI number 3 Chevy, piloted by Mr. Nolan. As you see here, I wanted to go rear cameras. Now you're starting to see 4 wide. Brian Zimmerman in the sucker hole. Nowhere to go but backwards here for the 28. As Talladega is wide, but damn, it's not that wide. As Zimmy's going to get in where he fits and gets to the outside. Wellman in the 42 Coors machine may have gotten to the outside wall a little bit. No harm, no foul there, but remember, no fast repair. You heard it, you wreck it, you fix it. There's no just make do here tonight. So got to be careful. It's pretty early in the event to be this racy. Already only 5 laps into the event. They're still 3 wide for about 3rd place, 2nd place here. As that outside lane, although it has the least amount of trucks, they're really making that middle lane work. And you're seeing the middle lane, it's just getting chewed up and spit out. as what we saw with the 28, that middle lane. They don't call it the sucker hole for no reason. Still, 3 wide and about 6th place on back of what would be about the 6th row on back, I should say. Man, iRACING, these camera pack, it sucks. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to do the best I can. As big shoves from the 7 going to the 5 of Dakota. See the 3. And the 67 of Klein. I may have said he was a Trinity driver. I may have been misspoken there as well, as Klein and Nolan both representing All-American Racing League. These super speedways, it's always kind of crazy from a broadcaster's point of view of all the different strategies you see. Like right now, you're seeing some guys, they want to be at the front and they will risk their race early to be at the front. Why? Because they feel safer at the front. Other guys, my strategy normally, I like to ride in the back. Just kind of bide my time and kind of move forward as the laps start to wind down. But you got to be careful doing that because then you're looking at issues like losing the draft, getting ran over, being involved in a wreck when you're trying to avoid wrecks, that kind of stuff, right? So there's different strategies here. Different drivers have different POVs for how they see attacking a super speedway is supposed to be done. There's 25 and a 3. Got to be careful. As I apologize if you heard my kids screaming in the background there. Let's see if we can cycle the camera back as we still have 3 wide. I mean, they are still trying to get after here. The 77. As I'm not sure who that is. They're showing the 77 on the side of the car. But that is not correct, I don't think. So the 77 is Joseph Klein being pushed by Kyle the Wildman Wellman. So the Saturday night group, they are trying to link up. You see 4 of them top side riders right now, but just not able to get the momentum to the likes of the middle car. But now look, Nolan chewed up, spit out, and swallowed up Ho here right in the middle. Lost his help as the 25 says, I have teammates up there. I want to be with the teammates. And look at the green. That's all you see. Trinity Racing League out front here in dominating fashion, if I must say. A power move out of the 25 said, look, screw Nolan, get him out. And that's exactly what they did, folks. Nolan went from race leader all the way back to 13th now. That's how quick it happens here. That's why you want friends. That's why it's League Wars, baby. You want to have the team. Whoever has the team, whoever can put forth the teamwork that is needed, you will prevail 9 times out of 10 here. As the rest of the group better be careful. If that other 3 that's on the top side get down, you're going to have the first 6 drivers on the bottom all representing one team. That's going to be a tough one to beat. That's horsepower right there. That's racecraft right there. That's Trinity Racing League. As just wanted to touch base with Brian Zimmerman, who was towards the front, down 21 spots. He started 4th. We saw him be in the middle. The sucker hole was up front. Sucker hole went to the back. Now you're seeing the strategy he's putting forth here. Let me go cockpit cam. Look how far the pack's out ahead of him. He's doing this in case if he sees smoke, he has plenty of real estate, plenty of time to slow down. Now, he more than likely won't get ran over. Why? Because there's only one truck, Nicholas Moody, behind him. So this is one strategy here that you're seeing. In my mind, this is a safer strategy, but this strategy, like I said, has risk in and of itself as well. No caution flies. Well, guess what? You lost the draft all for nothing, right? So I mean, it's risk reward, and that's big time times 10 here at Super Speedway. Speaking of Brian Zimmerman, let's see if we can dial him up. I know he's always one that is good for an interview or two while he's racing. So let me see if I can get my bearings here. Find Mr. Brian Zimmerman. There we go. We had him in the booth. Mr. Brian Zimmerman, you're live in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy. How you tonight?
I'm doing good. So I know you're always one that will let me bring you up while you're racing. Saw you up front earlier. You got put in the sucker hole, right in the middle. And it looks like from that moment on, you dropped anchor. You said, screw this, I'm out. I'm going to go to the back.
Right.
What's the truck feeling like?
That's right. Just trying to play chess a little bit here. We're just going to see how this plays out. Let those guys race a little while. We know we got a caution coming up sometime before lap 60, and we know we've probably got one or at least two pit stops before then. So as long as Nicholas sticks with me here, we should be fine, not lose a lap. And we'll race when it matters. But truck feels good. It's pretty stable. We were 3 or 4 wide there a few times, and we got a little hairy when we got 4 wide. But at 3 wide's pretty easy.
So I wanted to talk to you because I was in a talking bit about strategy, right? We saw you basically already do 2 different strategies. You were 4th, running up front. You bailed. Now you're running in the back. So that's 2 different strategies. A question I really want to ask you now, though, is pivot from the strategy, tires. Are tires going to matter at all tonight? 1 iota.
I don't think so. If we get a caution, I may take tires. I'll probably not. I may not take tires all night. It just depends. When we get that mandatory caution, we'll play some strategy there. I don't give it all away. Somebody might be listening, but there'll be a way to make up some spots if you play your strategy right.
Right. That's Mr. Brian Zimmerman, USAFirearms.com. Brian, we're gonna get you back up there with the AARL guys, and good luck to you, buddy.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Mr. Brian Zimmerman. I apologize. My rowdy kids back in here yelling again. Have kids. I said it'd be fun. As while we were talking to Zimmy, we've had some developments here. What's the development? We may have a new Mr. Restricted Plate, boys and girls. The 6 truck, Zachary Wake, dominated Saturday night's season opener at Daytona. And now look where he's at. But now the sucker hole got chewed up and spit out like the 28 did earlier. Like the 1 did earlier. If you get to the middle, no help behind, it's Jesus take the wheel at that moment. It's not a good, fun place to be. And there you see. Hey, Spooky's in the chat saying, let's go Trinity. It looks like they hear you loud and proud because Trinity is holding down. Well, it's changed a little bit. I was going to say they're holding down the top 4, top 5 spots, but AARL, you got Klein, Fuller, going to try to link up with Nolan. Remember, Nolan got chewed up, spit out. That's going to be the theme of the night. He got chewed up by the Trinity guys. Now it looks like they're trying to save face. Do the same to the Trinity guys down low. Which lane will prevail here? More guys are down low. They are more organized on that bottom lane. But you are seeing that top side slowly but surely. They're starting to form up. Cody Gibson going to latch on to the back part of the pack. On the top side, try to provide any bit of help you can. Now you're seeing the 10 truck really pushing hard right down the back bumper of the 77. You got to be careful here. One bad shove, you're going to end the night of not one, not two, not three, maybe not 4 or 5, but maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 trucks in one swoop. So you got to be careful. As a 10 truck, what happened there? He got hot. He had to dip out of line. The truck could not take any more. He was too close to the truck in front of him. The truck was not getting any cold air. It was getting hot. And there you saw it. Water temp, oil temp got hot. He was on the verge of blowing that truck up. No harm, no foul. You see the 3 of Nolan, RaceCPI.com, powering that orange truck, that Chevy Silverado. He's right there on the back bumper of the 77 Best Buy machine. And now Wildman Wellman, he is somebody that is known to be a super speedway guy. He loves this. He breathes it. Right now, if you could hear him, he is louder and more intense than I am right now. I can put a bet down, house money all in, that if I was to jump in his channel right this second, he's fired up. He's calling out motions. He's calling out lanes. It's a trip racing with him. I say all that to say, well, he's basically sitting fourth right now outside, sitting second row outside. He said he wanted to go to the front in the chat. Tripods in the wild. Well, damn it, here he is. He started tonight 18th. Kyle, the Wildman Wellman, he's up to third. As the field starts a single file out, as I had to yell at my kids once again. But why is the field single file out? Fuel. Remember, they can only go. I've heard a few different estimations. I've heard upwards to 25 laps. I've heard between 20 to 24 laps. So right now, we just took lap number 19. Fuel is starting to become a big factor. And that's exactly why you're seeing a single file train painting the yellow line around the bottom. When is the right time? When do you bring it down pit road? Now, you don't want to pit by yourself. You got to have help. You got to have teammates. You see him blowing by pit road. No takers this time by. Nolan's going to lead the train around once more. And look at that. The entire field single file. As that tells me, I mean, we knew pit stops were on the verge of happening. That tells me they are close. I mean, it's happening, basically. Who is going to break the ice first? Is it going to be one of the guys towards the front? Will it be one of the guys that is electing to ride and be a little safer towards the back? I would imagine if you're riding safer towards the back, you would have to have more fuel than these guys that have been pushing leading lines this event. Who's going to break the ice? Who's going to be the first? I know as soon as we see one truck, we're going to see a magnitude of trucks. It's just which team, which league is going to be the first. Nolan, he's not. He's going by again. The entire field's going by again. Maybe the fuel numbers we were reported to was not 100% accurate. Sorry, I thought I was replying to somebody there. As single file train around Dega. It's a hard race to call because there's not a whole lot of action, but I can tell you as a driver, there's a lot going on in that cockpit. It's more than just on a Sunday drive. And there you go. Look at this. Over half the damn field electing to bring it down pit road. One called it out, and the rest said, damn it, I'm coming too. As Kyle Wellman's going to win the race on the pit road. What do you do here? Do you take tires? Is this a no tire call? Is it fuel only? And you see the top 11 trucks, they stayed out on the track. Now, Nicholas, Brian Zimmerman, remember, they're electing a little bit different strategy here. They're riding pretty far back off the pack. They are actually 10 seconds off the pack now. Now, this is what's interesting. How quick can you get off of pit road? As Wellman won the race on pit road, and Wellman won the race off of pit road. Now, where's this pack going to blend in regards to the other pack? They're safe. They're not going to lose a lap. Too big of a pack. Won't lose a lap. But now, got to be careful here. Getting off pit road. This is sketchy. This is really sketchy right here. Truck wants to get really light. Wants to bottom out. You're bottoming out the whole time right here. As may have been some trouble for Zachary Wake. As no, he's just coming down by himself. No takers. Brian Zimmerman, Nicholas Moody coming down behind him. So it looks like Kyle Wellman's group, we'll call it, all got off relatively pretty freaking smooth, all things considered. Now the $1 million question. Garrett Wiles leading the train. Now it's a smaller train, 8 trucks right now, nose to tail. Going down the Alabama gang straight here on the backstretch at Talladega. When will the 91 and company pit? Now this is Team Crooked Line, Front Row Racing. As, oh no, trouble for the 91 of Wiles. He's going to lock it up. Oh, he's going to come back in front of the field. This is going to hamper everybody else's stop. Oh, the 27. Contact with the 41. Going to send the 41 around of Kilrow. Disaster. Disaster. On pit road here. That's what can happen. Garrett Wiles overshoots the insert. Comes in way too hot. Let's go back and see if we can watch that again. We're going to jump on board here with the 91. As a dart without feathers. I've been told before. Just coming in too hot. Leading the train. Don't know where to really brake at, but way too hot there. Trying to get too much. So definitely speeding for sure. Unsafe pit entrance for sure. And then, of course, the bad blood from your teammates, too. As, oh, no, we have a caution on the track. What has happened? My goodness, what has happened? It's telling me Matt Jones may have went around the 77. Oh, him and Tron. Oh, no. This is a big one, boys. So, Matt Jones, Tron, coming off pit road. Cold tires. The pack's coming. And Kyle Wellman with the save of a lifetime. Just saw his life flash before his eyes. This is race leader right here coming. As they're wrecking. My goodness. But Tron just completely, I mean, just ran out of talent. I gotta call it the way it is. Just ran out of talent and junked the field there. As I don't know. Co-tires definitely chewed up and spit them out here. And I'm speechless. A lot of good cars wrecked there. I have no words. But somebody I want to talk to after After that, folks, I'm sorry, I'm speechless. After that was a crazy one. Let's see. We watched the near miss. We rode on board with him. I mean, I don't know what the hell just happened, but I mean, we rode on board with him. He barely missed it. I'm sure he was a lively one in Discord. Kyle, freaking wild man. What the hell just happened?
I don't know who it was, but it looked like someone just lost traction coming off pit road. We found that out the lap before that apron is very slippery on hot tires. Our tires were almost 300 degrees and just spun up into the racing groove. Pulled a Derek Cope kinda, and I tried calling out to my teammates behind me to go low, and it was just too late. Just big wreck right there.
Big wreck, big wreck. I don't. So I've still not really broke down who all was involved. As I'm seeing 27 hit pit road here, hitting the wall. As issues for a lot of people right now. But the 42 is looking strong. You put in the chat you wanted to take that truck to the front, and that you did. What more do you need here to keep that 42 out front?
Yeah, I was hoping to get there sooner, but outside lane just isn't there. It seems like middle lane's the way to go, and the only way to get there and get forward is to shove people out of the way and force them to the high side.
Right. Well, get the forcing because it looks like you're going to be starting 17 on the restart. And just so you know, that was Chris Paul Hamus that was wrecking there, by the way. So good luck to you, Kyle, and maybe you'll be $440 richer at the end of this.
Let's hope so. We're going for it.
All right, good luck, buddy. Can't say you got bad luck because you just had a lucky dodge there. So good luck, buddy.
I think that was just
don't say it.
Being the front car. So.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something silly there. All right, good luck, buddy.
No. Yep, thank you.
Kyle, the Wild Man Wellman, coming up here talking to us as, man, that was wild. And, I mean, that was, I have to imagine we got a lot of tour vehicles here. I mean, no. Somehow we don't. I tell you who that really saves. None other than Mr. Garrett Wiles here. Saves him big time. Remember, he wrecked getting on the pit road. Had issues. Had a black flag. Was able to serve it before the caution flew, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, I'm at a loss for freaking words here. As we got people topping off. Takers. Joshua Kanata going to take it down pit road. Now, this could be getting damage repaired. Fuller taking it down trackside. Kilrow, Trowbridge. Joseph Klein, Chris Norris. Oh, here's your wrecked trucks here. Oh, hell. You're talking favorites here. Chris Norris wrecked out. Nolan looks to be good. Cedric, another front runner. The peak number 13, wrecked out. Chris Paul Hamus, destroyed. Matt Jones, destroyed. So there's your damaged trucks from earlier's incident. Joseph Klein, too. Sucks for him. Had a great night going. So a lot of Trinity guys taken out right there. A lot of Trinity Racing League. That's going to put Daniel Rupek, Zachary Wake. So CLR front row versus All-American Racing League. And you got 4 All-American Racing League drivers lined up behind Wake. What will you do? $440. What will you do? Will you shove a teammate to a race win? Will you say, damn it, that's my race win, and take it? I don't know the answer. We're about to find out the answer, though. Lights are off on the pace car. Getting ready to make a hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Which lane will prevail? I would have to guess it's going to be the bottom again. The bottom has seemed to be where you want to be at for the most part. Rupek going to make them wait. Got to wait to get into that Geico restart zone. There you see. On the loud pedal, she's gone. Outside lane. Just basically dead. Wake did not get a good start. Say the same for the 43 of Larry Belsky, 42 of Kyle Weldman, 91. But now they are really starting to organize up better than the bottom lane. Bottom lane has 3 trucks. Nose to tails. You see Zimmy trying to get there to the 55, but does he want to go to 55 or does he want to help the other teammates? But that is a teammate in front of Zimmy there as well. Gabriel Gurley in the 55, so 72 though. Daniel Rupek hard in charge out front. That's a place Blaine's never been at up front. As here it comes. Choo-choo to the outside. It took a minute, but got the momentum rolling. It's doing something Blaine's never done. Been out front there. The 6 truck. It's actually going to be the 14 on your live scoring and timing, but you see the 6. Mark Martin style on the side. As Zachary Wake, Mr. Daytona, going to see if he can become Mr. Talladega. Got the 43 of Larry Belsky pushing him. Kyle, the wild man, Wellman sitting in 3rd. And then you got a little bit of a battle back here in the P4 range. You got Rupek, Wiles. Wiles already had one major incident on pit road. Had to battle back. Got a timely caution. Hell, let's call a spade. A real timely caution. Saved his ass. Here he is still fighting. $440 on the line. Throw them boys up on the dash. They're getting after it here. Hey, Spooky said, do you know how many chicken nuggets I would buy with 500? That's a lot of nuggets. That is a lot of nuggies. That is a lot of nuggies. A lot of nuggies. Pass. Man, oh man, what a showing for Wake here. Wake up 19 spots since he hit the grid. 18 spots, excuse me. He started P19, so charging forward. Something Blaine's never done. So if you want, I'm making a joke. Got my little baby neighbor watching, and he's been hanging out with the big boys here on Discord for a little bit. So we're kind of just throwing a little bit of inside jabs at him to let him know, because I know he's out there in viewer land watching. We're trying to talk him into iRacing, but he just won't do it. As look at here. Race is heating up. Wildman to the top side. Going to show you why his name is the Wildman. Folks, action goes where this man goes. Wake's going to go up, block the outside lane, block the momentum. Now the 42 is going to look a little bit higher. The 6 is going to drift up high with him. As ladies and gentlemen, nut up, shut up. We're racing now. And remember, caution can come anytime between lap number 40, lap number 60. Who throws the caution? Ha! You're looking at him. Or I guess you're listening to him. I make that decision. As Alex Fuller going top side rider in the Bluey machine by himself. Going to say, damn it, I'll do it all by myself. As, my God, he actually is doing it all by himself. Is somebody give this man a paddle, throw him something to give him a little bit of help. The man's doing it all by himself. But now you're starting to see the old biscuits machine starting to slowly but surely fall backwards. Spooky Walnut saying, let's go 74. Let's get a good little glimpse of the 74 here. It's Mr. Nick Crawford, big-time Bristol winner just a few Saturdays ago in the 74. Put a spanking to him. It was straight belt to ass. That's what Crawford did just a few weeks ago. So, showed he has winning ways. I saw Larry Bell get a little sketchy there. 91 was pushing. Now, Garrett, folks, we've already seen Garrett can be a little bit of a ticking time bomb. So, I don't necessarily know if I'm comfortable with Garrett pushing me in the middle center stages of this race. As Larry, got to be careful here. Got to hold a real steady wheel. He's doing a damn good job right now. But got to be careful with the 91 because, look, he's swiping. And you know what they say, swiping, no swiping. Maybe they don't say that. Maybe I just made that up. But look, you see what it's causing, folks, all jokes aside. It's pushing the 43 up. And what it's going to cause, it's going to be one bad bump. He's going to swipe one too many times, get the 43 truck upset. Once it gets upset, you're going 180, 190 miles per hour. Things that get upset at that amount of speed, well, they usually don't stay in control. So I'll let that picture fulfill your imagination. But that's how the big one gets called. But right now, Garrett, minus P's and Q's, giving great shoves to the 43. But just got to be careful now. Is Larry going to stay down low? Elect just to ride that yellow line. I'm grimacing every time 91 pushes Larry. Because there's an inside joke about Larry. No matter what, he gets wrecked. So now that he's leading, hopefully that don't happen. I guess I just commentator cursed him too. They're doing a great job of controlling both lanes. The third lane is, I mean, we've seen drivers try it. Hell, we've just watched Fuller in the Blue Machine damn near go topside rider by himself and make it work. So the topside is there. It just takes good coordination. As it seems to be fairly tame right now, but as you can tell with Daytona Talladega, tame can switch to chaos in a blink of an eye. One misjudgment, one bad push, one bad block, one bad bobble from the bottom, like you saw the 91 do, push up just a little bit. All it takes is one small issue to cause a very big issue. We've already seen it. So you gotta stay on your heels at all time, on your P's and Q's. Let's ride on board here with Garrett Wallace. I'm gonna lay out. I'm gonna crank it up. Headset users, please beware. It's about to get loud and proud here on TSP. We'll be back on the other side. Alrighty, folks, we are back, and in that we did see. I'm trying to get my audio correct here. We did see a little bit of a quote unquote moment. We saw Kyle Wellman get shuffled a little bit, and you started to see the infamous car start to scatter. Now, taking lap number 44 this time by, remember, I can throw a yellow. Me, myself, the broadcaster yellow, we'll call it. Anytime between now and lap 60. So I got to ask you, Spooky, 94, as they said some of these guys are stupid. What do y'all think? When does the yellow come? As we head back up front, there's man, oh man, my God, these boys are getting racy. But you see that middle lane, Crawford trying to make something happen with the 25 there of Reed. Trying to make that middle line go, but just cannot make it happen. Not enough cars there. As, Wait, getting loose up front. Getting shoved by the 42. As I gave Garrett a little bit of flack because of his pit road shenanigans a while ago. But doing a damn good job here, keeping the 43 out front and well in control of this event. Let's check back over here to Viewerland in the chat. Pavlik says 53. We'll see. I like it. As look at the 91-43. Go tandem. They link up bumper to bumper. And you just see the real estate they're able to create between themselves and third place of McKellar in the Fallout Nuka-Cola machine. But once that 91 Silverado gets lashed onto the back bumper of the 43 Silverado, it just seems like they're able to work really well together. They're able to make real good pace. Now, we were making notes and taking notes in practice. These drivers had about 40 minutes of happy hour, we'll call it, 40 minutes worth. And took note that these trucks, they get hot pretty quick. You can only push for about a lap and a half if you're lucky. And what happens is you start to see that oil or water temp gauge. It starts blinking at you. And once it starts blinking, you're in the danger zone. You got to back down. You got to get some cold air, get some cooler air to the nose. So it means you got to step out of line. You can't be as close to the guy in front of you. But right here, that's what the 91's having to manage. So you see he'll push really hard for half a lap, and then you'll see him fall back. Then he'll push really hard for half a lap. Oh, you saw Larry Bell. Got a little squirrely there. The transition from the banking off of turn 2 to the backstretch. Backstretch is more flat, whereas that banking, it's aggressive, but then it just kind of ends as it comes to the backstretch. Got to be careful. Gets the truck up unsettled there over the hump. We're having some takers for a yellow. I'm just worried about fuel right now. I'm thinking, I don't want to say it because I don't want them to hear it, but it's coming. We know that, right? It's got to come between now and lap 60. So we got 12 laps. But I'm just thinking. All right, chat. We're throwing it on 52. No matter what. No matter if it's in the middle of pit stops. No matter what. Lap 52, we're throwing it. So if you know buddies in this chat, you better go let them know real quick. we have some takers down pit road. Chat, let's do the funniest thing ever. If I can find it. Let's tow the caution. The ones that were on pit road just got blessed. I don't even really know who it was, but I know my program was lighting up that several was on pit road. All these guys, actually, I think all these guys that were on pit road were guys that were involved in that earlier wreck. Yeah, so nobody had actually started their pit window yet, so I'm actually glad about that. That Spooky said that's evil. That's alright. Field's back bunched up together. This is the one and only caution of the night. Or is it? I only told them of one yellow. Could there be something else, though, coming? I told them in the driver's meeting there could be another twist. Chat, let's say you. Do we throw another yellow this event? Or do we let it ride? This is what I call the viewer's choice. That's Pavlet. All the chaos, please. Now, none of these guys know, except if they're listening to this broadcast right now, which there is some guys that race and listen. But nobody else knows. I was the only admin for this event. I'm the only one that's in control over anything. I told them in the driver's meeting, be prepared for twists. So we do have that in our back pocket. This pit road is very busy here. Larry Bell going to bring the field down. First one in his box. Going to get that service for the 43. You're seeing tires for the 43, tires for the 28. So guys, electing to take fresh rubber as Crawford. Going to lead the field out. Going to take the race lead away from Larry Bell. And with that, let's see if we can dial up Mr. Crawford. If we can find him. Mr. Nick, this is Tanner in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, you're here, and damn it, you're in first place too. So, good pit stop there for the 74. Out front now with just over halfway. How you liking your chances for 74 or for Team Trinity as a whole?
It was better towards the beginning of the race, and then we had that weird caution in like I don't know what lap after the pit stops, and it took out two of us, and I think we just lost another one. But I think somebody knew the pits or knew the lap count for the fuel tank and decided to throw it with 50 to go. I don't know who that is, but it's gonna be tough. Different strategies possible, so it's gonna see which one's better if we go for the one stop or the two stop. So I honestly don't know what the chances are.
Whoever threw that yellow is an asshole. I can't believe that. So, but Nick, I will be honest. Trinity has been the front runners here. I mean, there was at one point, I think the front 7 all had green spoilers. So, y'all are looking strong. I know you said y'all have lost a few numbers, but I mean, it's quality over quantity now, and y'all are damn fast. So, good luck to you, Nick. Just wanted to holler at you real quick. You're out front here, League Wars 2026. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, Tanner.
Yes, sir, bud. That's the 74s. I was seeing in the background there, some drivers were electing to pit as Nick mentioned one thing, fuel. I didn't even think about fuel. Didn't think anything about fuel at all. They are really going to be really close on fuel here. As You see, everybody but the top 3 just topped off for fuel. That's how close fuel is. As boys, we may have just created chaos indirectly. Whoops. You see, Pavlik, it's your fault, man. It's your fault. And Spooky, yours too. You egged me on. Alright, it's about to get interesting, though. So, basically now what that tells me is you don't want to be out front. Don't want to be out front. That's the last place you want to be. You're basically the guy that's punching the air out. So, you're basically letting everybody save fuel behind you. So, you do not want to be out front unless, if you're under the assumption that there will be another yellow, which there could be. It's Talladega. Wrecks happen, right? There's no more promoter yellows. I'm not going to throw another yellow. I was just joking. But there could be an incident yellow, right? We've seen one tonight. If you think with the cars, the amount of cars that's left, if you think there's going to be a yellow, maybe leading not a bad idea. Having least amount of cars out your windshield, least amount of chance to be involved in an accident, right? But like we went back to it earlier, we mentioned, got to mention it again. It's risk versus reward. You got to pick and choose here. We heard Jimmy say in his interview earlier, he's playing chess. You got to play chess. You got to look at the big picture here. And the big picture, it's wide. I mean, they don't call it a big picture for nothing, right? You got to try to take it all in. So here we go, 74. Crawford leading him to the line. Gonna have CLR front row, eSports to his outside, Nicholas Moody. Or no, that is BPL, excuse me. Then you got the 55, 25. So Trinity, it's got 2 in the top 5. ARL has 2 in the top 5. Hightide, BPL, Lone Rider. Green flag's out. You see the inside lane's going to have the most majority of the trucks. Why? Because they topped off. That's where iRACIN's going to make them line up. As iRACING camera package sucks. I wish they had a camera that went back further. As, yeah, look, guys, outside lane just... Yeah, Cody Reed says, screw this. I'm to the inside getting out of this. So, it may not have been Cody Reed either. I thought it was. Maybe I misspoke there. It was Cody. Okay. As you see, with comes, when the fuel problems come, one issue is so does single file. You got drivers saving now. So this indirectly just became a major fuel mileage race. As Crawford telling you folks he don't want to lead. I don't blame him. He's going to the back. He wants his pack to get around. Now, there's a way to break up this fuel saving madness. That's if you get a group of 5 to 6 guys say, screw it, we're pedal to the metal, we're going. You can force the hand of other guys to say, okay, we can't save fuel, we got to go. So, we'll see. That's an option that's on the table here. But now the safest option, if you're running in the top 10 right now, is back it down, save fuel. That's the safest option. If you're one of them guys 11th on back, I don't see why you wouldn't just say, screw it, let's put these boys on offense. Let's get them off defense, right? They're on defense saving fuel. Let's try to put them on offense. Let's go put ourselves on offense and let's make these guys race. And that may be what we're seeing with the 6 of Zachary Waite. Larry Bell, 43, inside, sitting P4 right now on the scoring ticker. But fantastic night for the 43. As this portion of the race right here, it's kind of a lull period. I'll say that. I mean, I'm truthful in the broadcast booth. Right now, it's usually pretty hard to call one of these races because of the fuel saving. But these guys, they're throwing a monkey wrench in that. Wake's racing. He said, the hell with your fuel saving. So he might be forcing the hand of 74. Not able to fall back like he wanted to. He's back up front, leading that bottom side. But this portion of the race can usually tend to get boring, but we got some heavy hitters out here still. I mean, some guys, you put any of these guys in a normal league on any other night, they're race freaking winners. And with that comes ego, right? And with that, you want to win. You want to be out front. So that may be keeping the fuel saving to a minimum. Pavlik says throw one at 65. The hell with fuel saving. I agree. I want to. I mean, I'll say it loud and proud. I want to just jump down and to a team and say, yo, no balls, just race here. Make them race. I'm telling you, you let a group break away from the pack, I promise you the other boys will say, all right, time to go. I hate these camera packs. We paid $100 for camera packs here at True Sim Productions, but my computer wouldn't let me upload them for whatever reason. It kept failing the file. So we're not able to use our camera pack. That kind of stinks. But look at the outside lane. Honey, we have some racers. The 16. That's Kanata. We haven't had to talk about Kanata all night. He's been hiding in the weeds. Laying like a snake, waiting to strike. 01, Aaron Kraulick. Then you got the 7, Thomas Walter. Guess where Walter started? Nah, no big deal. Just P1. Proves he has speed. Kanata, 24th. Up to first. Leading the outside lane. Getting shoved from the 01. The hell with your fuel saving. Let's jump on board with Kanata. We can listen, see if he's saving any fuel at all, folks. Well, Team Trinity fans, I got some good news for you. That pedal's to the freaking floor. 16 ain't saving nothing. Ooh, I'm about to say a dirty word there. I do apologize. 16's not saving nothing. My God, look at the green. That's all you see. Green spoilers in the top 5. 4 of the top 5. Look at the pushes from the 01 to Kanata. I feel like this was actually a ploy here. Kanata's been riding in the back. He may have more fuel. He said, screw it. I'll get up to the front. I'll lead the train. Y'all save fuel behind me. You might see Rose reverse here in a moment. You might see the 16 forego the lead to one of his teammates and let him save fuel. This might be big brain here. And maybe I'm overthinking it. I've been known to overthink it a time or two, right? But I think that's what we're seeing here. Them Trinity boys, they're getting after it. I knew Trinity was going to be a tough league to go against when we announced this event. I think within the first 24 hours of announcing the event, we haven't talked money or anything at this point. Just the announcement of the event. I'm almost positive Trinity had 5 to 6 drivers sign up that day, and the caliber of those drivers. I mean, it made you like you took notice of it. It wasn't just a look through glimpse over. No, like you saw heavy hitters, fan favorites there, race winners on that list, and you're seeing it right now. 4 of the top 5. I got to ask a question. I haven't asked it all night. This guy started 12th. He's back to 19th. It's the 41, the F Cancer machine of Kilrow. Got teammate Ryan Rose now. It's no secret. Blazing Pedals, Hightide. They came into tonight with 3 drivers. While everybody else had multiple drivers, they had 3. So they are behind the 8 balls. Oh, we have some takers down pit road. Walter down. Kraulick down. Kanata down. Crawford. Dakota. So Trinity. We saw them all within the top 5 right there around the mix. Electing to take it down for service. Now, I want to keep tabs on them. See what happens here. Is this a fuel only stop? I would have to imagine. They're going fuel only. They're pedal down Trinity. Now, with only 4 or 5 of them pitting together, they have to nail this exit. They cannot afford to dick around. They can't afford to lose any time here. But got to be careful. We saw what happened with Paul Hamas earlier. Tron. So got to be careful here. At 74-5, they're going to get off nose to tail really good. Dakota got off good. Kanata got off really good. Carlett got off good. Thomas got off good. So they got off on and off pit road really, really quick. But going back to Kilrow here, this is somebody that's normally a favorite whenever he's out there on the track. No matter what track it is, he is a favorite. Road course, don't matter. He's a favorite. When fuel mileage, when that starts to come into play, he is absolutely a bona fide favorite. I've watched this kid. I've broadcasted this kid winning so many fuel mileage races. So Kilrow fans out there in the chat, DK fans, the 41, yes, he's riding dead last right now. I agree. He's saving fuel. He's absolutely 1,000% saving fuel. All right, Trowbridge got a blue spoiler out front. This might be the first time we've seen blue out front all night long. As folks, you're going to bear with me one more time. I know it sucks. It's the perks of being in a solo booth. Now, I do no commercials, so that's a plus, right? But I got to give the voice a break. I got to take care of something. We're going to go trackside one more time. We're going to crank it up one more time. So headset users, please beware. It's going to get loud here on True Sim Productions. We'll be back here on the flip side. We'll be back momentarily. Alright, race fans, we are back here at Talladega. We're going to try to turn up the track audio some, so please bear with me. One moment here. Pavlik, if you could tell me, brother, what that sounds like, let me know. We'll give him just a moment. All right, good deal. All right, so while we were away there in the Crank It Up, we saw, excuse me, hold on. Sorry, having a coughing attack. We saw some guys elect to pit. We saw others elect to stay out. Rupek and company, they have stayed out. Majority of the field has stayed out. A handful of the Trinity guys, they elected to come down and pit. Me and Pavlik, we were talking in chat. If you see the comments or whatever, it's interesting, right? It looks like we have two different strategies unfolding here. Well, I know we do. We have some that's going to do what seems to be a two-stop strategy. We have others going to stretch out this fuel load, like Rupek and company. They're going to stretch out this fuel load as far as they can. They're going to try to only make this a one-stop race for them. They only want to do one pit stop. Get enough fuel, make it to the end. Now, this is where it gets interesting. What is the time difference and the time gained and earned from pitting that second time versus not pitting that second time? How is it going to shake out on the delta? I have my assumptions, but I don't know for certain, right? Just like none of the drivers know for certain. And I can tell you one thing, a caution, that really changes everything. So it's not over yet. If you see your favorite driver currently not in the top 10 or whatever, don't fret. There's just different strategies happening right now. That's just, it's part of it. It's the way the broadcasters caution, the way it panned out. I'll be honest. I had no thoughts about fuel. When we put that yellow out, zero idea fuel was an issue. I can tell you what though, these drivers knew. They knew it was an issue. They picked up on it quick. So that fuel window, or the fuel door, if you want to make it to the end on one stop, you're going to have to give me at least 3-4 more laps. At least 3 laps to be comfortable to the end. I mean, realistically, you need about 4 more laps around this 2-mile circuit. 3 more laps now around this 2-mile circuit plus to be comfortable here at the end. Now let's touch base. We watched Walter, Crawford, Kralik, Manis, and Kanata. They all pit together. And they're picking somebody up in front of them. That's 25 of Cody Reed, already a lap down. So involved in an earlier incident. But these guys are here. We got highlighted. Yes, they are running 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th respectively right now. They are. They've been front runners though. They're doing a little bit different strategy. I'm going to be honest here. I've been honest all night. I don't like the 2-stop strategy call. I don't like doing an extra stop. But I'm a broadcaster. What do I know? Not a lot. So, I mean, they very easily could prove me wrong here. I'm just saying, if I was out there driving, I want the least amount of time on pit road as possible. Less chance for error, less chance for mistake. And just overall, just less time. Right? Not having that extra pit stop. So we'll see how it shakes out. So yes, right now, Daniel and company. I keep saying that because these are the guys that stayed out. Pit road might get busy this time. If not this time, it's for certain going to get busy next time if I had to imagine. Let's go check the chat, see if we have any updates. Pavlik with a great point. a great point talking about this Trinity pack back here. He said, look at how they're leapfrogging, keeping the pusher cool. What he means is that guy in second place right now, or second place on your screen, the 74 Crawford, he's going to get hot. We've talked about this. Lap and a half, you get hot. What's going to happen? The 16's going to fall out of line. They're going to let the 74 push. Or, like this, he's going to fall out of line and let the 5 go take his spot. They're just switching spots. And they're doing it as quick as possible, getting back organized. So they're doing it exactly right. And look at the shoves. The 5 is beating the hell out of the 16's bumper. Got to be careful. Be freaking careful. As we have more takers on pit road. Rupek down. Oh, Rupek is around on pit road, actually. As we switch the camera over to him. Let's see if we can go back TSP rewind style and see what happened here to the 72. Oh. The 91, again. Folks, can't tell me I didn't call this out a while ago. Garrett's fast, but man, oh man, I hate being around him on track. Because you just never know what's going to happen. I call a spade here, boys and girls. This is what happened. So, 91, overshot pit road earlier. See what happens here. Just shoves the 72 off. Now, yes, the 72 may have had room to slow down there. He may have. But he didn't. As now we have all takers down pit road. Now, where does Kanata and them end up versus Kyle Wellman, Daniel Rupek and company? We'll take Rupek out of the equation because he lost a lot of time on pit road being spun by the 91. So let's see where these guys shake out. So Zimmy Company still on pit road. They're blowing doors off. But now, this is where the kicker comes in. These 5 guys out here, they owe me one more pit stop. They got to pit. They don't have the fuel to make it. Saban's out of the equation. They last pit on lap 60. You're not going 40 laps on a tank of fuel. Just not doing it. Can they get out far enough in front to have a fuel stop here and come out on top? Is I'm seeing trouble for Larry Bell. I'm seeing big trouble for Larry Bell. Let's go back and see what happened. As the 43 was running great all night. Oh no, trying to get off pit road quick. And you see, he towed instantly. Did not want to be the guy that got a yellow. Heartbreak for the 43 there. Heartbreak for ARL. They lose a contender there. So Wellman is leading that second pack. Well, Rupek, excuse me, is leading that second pack. Rupek is fighting not to go a lap down though. So Wellman is leading, quote unquote, that second pack in 6th place. He is currently 17 seconds behind the leader. Now, I can see here when they pit, their lap times, you're looking at about a little bit over a minute a lap time there. So that time just is not adding up there. If they're doing 50-second laps, you're only 18 seconds ahead, 17 seconds ahead. It's just, I don't know if the extra pit stops is going to pay off here. I really don't. But we shall see. That's why we love racing. Anything can happen. As these boys are here, the real freaking deal, bro. I feel like I've glazed, as the kids say. My daughter said that to me, and she's 13. She said glazed. I could have killed her, quote unquote, right? But this Trinity team, I've said it all night. They're the real freaking deal. There's 5 of them. Yeah, they're faster in the second pack. Yeah, wait, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, they've gained over a half a second since they came off pit road. The group behind them, so. I mean, this team is fast, man. When they get linked up, they're doing it the right way. Pavlik talked about it. They're leapfrogging. Once one starts to get a little hot, shuffle out, get in line. Now, the one guy I'm worried about here is Kanata out front. He's been the guy leading this second pack the entire time. So he has been the guy using the most fuel the entire time. But now these guys, I think they're racing with fuel not as factor, right? They know they got to pit again for fuel. So They may just elect to pit whenever the 16 has to pit. They're going to pit. That may be the strategy they're employing here. It is definitely going to be slower if they try to cycle out the leader the way they're cycling out second place. It don't work the same way as what they're doing with second place. The guy second in line can cycle out, don't really lose a lot of time. You start trying to cycle leaders around, that's when you start really killing the Delta. As Pavlik says, he's in agreement with me. He's not a fan of spending more time on pit road. As 74 is going to jump out of line, 5 is going to fill the spot. The train keeps on chugging along. Let's catch up with Wellman here. With the way they're switching spots, I just feel like the second pack should naturally just be a little bit quicker, right? I'm not talking tenths faster, but I feel like these boys should organize out and just ride, but they're not. They're racing each other. They're getting squirrely. You see the 10 shoving Zimmy. So they jump past 72. Now those 3 jump from the high side to the low side. Let's watch the Delta now. So if you look to the left, Kyle Wellman is exactly 19 seconds back from the race leader. So let's just kind of keep tabs on that and see what happens here. He's currently losing time to the leader. That tells me point blank period. Front pack's faster. But let's just see how it stands over these course of the next few laps. And I can't help. I got to push home the point. This pack right here, they got to pit. That 7 car having some electrical issues there. Not what you want to see when you're already down a few drivers and your pack's smaller than the pack that's chasing you. You don't want to run the risk of losing another driver. But when does this pack gotta go down pit road? They were last on pit road for service lap 60. They can go between 24, 25 laps. Screw it. Trinity Racing League coming down now. Now this will be a faster stop than what they've had all night. Should just be a splash and go for them. They don't need a lot of fuel. Did they give themselves enough of buffer? Now I'm gonna guess they're gonna lose the lead right here, coming off pit road. I mean they just got to, right? Can they remain somewhat close enough though to strike? As they're taking tires, I don't like this. Too much time spent here, boys. You got to get in and get going. As that might be game, set, match for Trinity. And I hate to say that because these guys put on a show all night. Not able to get 100 off pit road, but now there's 17 laps to go. There could be a caution. But the way that pit service and cycle shaked out there, I don't like it for Kanata and company. As when they come off pit road here, they're going to be... they're not up to speed fully yet, but you're looking at about 18 seconds off the pace. Or 18 seconds, excuse me, not off the pace. 18 seconds behind the race leader, 20 seconds behind the race leader. Yeah, Kanata. So Pavlik said Kanata's going to have a longer stop too because he's been leading the pack the whole time. That's what I was trying to hit on there. But I don't like the call of tires there. I feel like take whatever fuel it is you need. Now, granted, if you need a full tank, well, yeah, take 2 tires at least because we know the time difference, right? But me not knowing how much fuel they needed, I'm going to stand on this hill and say I wish they didn't take tires, but I don't know how much fuel they needed, right? Maybe they needed enough fuel where tires were basically a freebie. That's going to surrender the lead over to 42 of Kyle, the Wildman Wellman. Got Brian Zimmerman right there on his back bumper. Alex Fuller and company. And I told y'all earlier, we didn't mention his name hardly at all. We're going to mention him now. Dalton Kilrow, Captain Save Some Fuel. He's sitting P4 up 22 spots to hit the grid. Ryan Rose up 20 spots to hit the grid, sitting 5th. Blazing Pedals, they came in with the least amount of numbers representing. And they got 2 of their total of 3 drivers inside the top 5 right now. Cody Gibson has actually lost touch of the pack in front. Look at that. They're trying to drive them down. They have been slowly but surely reeling them in. As Cody wants to get about a second in on them. Once they're about a second ahead or less, that's when Cody's going to start getting the draft benefits. Once Cody gets the full draft benefits, we're basically fishing at that point. We're just going to reel them in. We're looking at 14 to go. Wellman taking shows from teammate Brian Zimmerman. Alex Fuller still sitting P3. Rupek, remember, yes, he's in the top 5 figuratively right now, but remember, he is currently scored a lap down, so he's here just to strictly help somebody. Or hurt somebody. I mean, whichever way you want to look at it. $440. And 13 laps to go for League Wars 2026. What a freaking fun event it's been. I tell you what, we got to do this again. We got to do this again. Get the 4 leagues come out. Go League Wars 2.0. The $1 million question is what track? Here we go, Martinsville. Bristol. LA Coliseum. We shall see. Gonna be 12 laps to go here. This front pack is small, but I feel like they're getting ready to have some company. Although last time around the circuit, that lead pack of 5 was quicker than this second pack. So that means by default we gotta start calling Kanata's group the 3rd group. They have not knocked off any time to the race leader Kyle Wellman or his company pack. See the 5 cycling out. It's a conveyor belt. Get in, push, get hot, dip. That's going to be now 10 to go. 2 teammates leading the charge. I got to take note of the 2 orange spoilers, though. That is currently sitting 4th and 5th. Believe it or not, if you're a driver right now, it's fun and games to be the race leader, but if you're the 42 or the 28, 1st or 2nd, you're not in the best seat in the house right now. That belongs to Ryan Rose, Dalton Kiro. They can lay back off the 10 car a little bit, 10 truck, 72, and build a little bit of momentum, build a little bit of real estate between them. Give themselves a launching pad, we'll call it, for the draft. And that might just be what they're doing. So the $1 million question here, all drivers ask, when's the right time? When do you go? I've always been under the thought that you go when you get it. You go when you can. Don't try to manufacture the run late. Take that run early. If it don't pan out, well, guess what? You got laps after. Don't run yourself out of time. As I can tell you, the racing's getting harder because the lap times are picked up. We're almost 4 tenths faster these last 2 laps around. That's the entire group, all 3 packs. The fastest pack actually last time around, Kanada's group. Just barely a few hundreds faster than our race leaders last time around. Pavlik said I didn't get enough of the Coliseum. I enjoy the Coliseum. I enjoy those kind of races, but I go into a race like that with expectations super low. So you can't be disappointed, right, when you're expecting that low. As honey, we got a battle. 41's top side, 1 went top. Wellman was comfortable, and he is not no more. Kilroe not going to go with him, but Wellman had help from the 1. 1's going to go with him and stay with him. In the words of Kyle freaking Wellman's about to get Western. They're 3 wide for the race lead. We're 7 laps to go, boys and girls. They're door bringing each other side by side. As the 41 is going to try to hang by himself. As I think the fuse has been lit. This bomb is due to explode at any moment. Wellman's trying to play both lanes, but this gets you in trouble on iRacing. Just because we see NASCAR drivers do it, I mean, we can do it on the sim to the same degree. But makes it work right there. Still our race leader out front. Advantage to the 42. As iRacing in their terrible cameras, we can't see the 3 wide battle without zooming all the way out. That bottom lane just the place to be right now, but the 1 is getting so much side draft, not only from the 10, but the 41 to his outside, 6 laps to go. The 28, 42, 10 might be getting out too far. I think they're setting themselves up for failure here. Don't even realize it. Ryan Rose, he does not have any affiliation with them. He can go top anytime he wants to. That's Fuller. Looks like he wanted to try it as well. 56 is looking. I'm telling y'all, Ryan Rose is going to take this run. As look at the 3 wide battle. It just completely fell apart. That's exactly what Kyle the Wildman Wellman wanted to see. Still has teammate Brian Zimmerman in the protector spot. But now, damn it, Zimmy wants to win too. Zimmy ain't going to just ride here and be mama bear all night. Getting right there to the rear bumper of the 42. But not letting the 28 get hot. He's not pushing hard enough to even get the temps up in that 28 machine yet. Saving that for late. 5 laps to go down the backstretch here. This is about to get nutty. 41. Trying to make the charge on the outside once more. God, look at all that real estate. They've got a lot of room and real estate to make up. There's 56. Late block. I'm surprised I didn't junk them right there. That killed the inside lane, though. As Fuller looking like he wants to go to the outside. He sees teammates in front of him, but he also sees $440 in front of him as well. Money talks. As Fuller goes up top side. Oh, it's getting crazy. Could that be the move of the race right there for the 10? The Bluey machine. Is it biscuit time? As Wellman going to look to block. A late block. Had to think better of it. Get back low. As it's now 3 laps to go this time by. As the field is there, the energy's there. We're just looking for a spark now. Advantage to the outside, Fuller. The gamble, jumping to the outside lane, has paid off so far. He pushed his ships all in. He abandoned teammates. Went for the race win himself. I like it, bro. You'll never win this race riding third. They're going to wreck him. Reed around. I don't know who else was around, but I know a handful of them was. Moody involved as Kanata and company. Love to see that. It's telling me Trowbridge. Let's go back here and see what happened with Tim. That's what I figured. Didn't start with Tim. Maybe. Okay. I see Rupek there. So let's go back a little bit. It gives me time to find it. Was it a bad bump or was it a stack up from... Ooh, so it was McKellar, actually. I apologize, Rupek. Looks like them boys stacked up, and 25 may have pushed up some too here. Yeah, just a little bit of a bobble out of 25. Maybe didn't realize middle lane was that tight on the quarter panel. The right side of that truck, passenger side of that truck. You hate to see that for Kyle, Brian, Alex, and Garrett, Ryan Rose. I mean, that lead pack, any of them. But man, oh man, I can tell you the guys that love to see it. Mr. Joshua Kanata. Love to see that yellow. As we're going to see if we can dial up Kanata real quick. Have a quick word with him. With that caution's going to really save the race for him. Mr. Kanata, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Got a timely caution there. Trinity, y'all were dominating the race. Y'all have been the show tonight. Trinity has. Y'all have been the guys that have put the most drivers up front at once. Took a little bit different strategy, maybe doing an extra pit stop there, but the caution paid off here. You're going to be starting a little bit further back, but a little bit of a shootout here. How you like your chances?
Yeah, we were just hoping that either we would stay out of the mess or maybe we get a late caution, something like that. We were kind of hoping maybe they'd not have quite enough fuel. I don't know. A few of them were looking pretty close there at the end. But we're going to see what happens now. Green light checker and all bets are off.
Is it a go like hell time now for Trinity? Or are we still all for one, or it's a 16 truck going for the win for himself?
Hey, someone with that green bumper is going to win. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's me, cool. If it's anyone else, I'm happy regardless.
That's a great model to have right there, brother. Well, good luck to you, man. Like I said, y'all have been a show tonight. Y'all been a treat to watch. So thank you for that, and good luck, brother.
Thank you.
So one more time here. It's going to be a green-white checker attempt number 1 of the night. It's Kanata getting a timely caution late in this race. But damn it, he's all the way back in 15th. Did Wellman pit? Kyle Wellman pit. Light's still on pace car. Let's dial up Wellman one more time. We've talked to him once, but I'll be honest, folks, not a fan of this call. So let's find out what happened here. Kyle, you're live in the booth again. Got a copy?
Sir, got you.
So you sound happy. Surrendered the race lead.
No, I'm not.
You surrendered the race lead, leading late. You went from 1st to 8th. What was the call there? What brought you down pit road?
If it would have went green, I'd have been good by half a lap. So now it being a green-white checkered, and I had no choice but to pit. So
It was a fuel deal.
Yeah, everyone else was able to save just enough to make it on a green-white checkered. I wasn't.
So that tells me the guys in front of you, without you telling me who, but there's certain guys that may not be able to go any further than a green-white checker, huh?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I'm good for 3 of them. So.
Well, right on, brother.
Luckily, we didn't lose too many spots, so we're still going to try to get up to the front and help some boys out.
Well, I told Kanata, and I'm going to tell you, Trinity Racing League, those boys have been the show tonight. I don't know how they've been the race round, but they have been the ones putting on a show, getting to the front all I gotta tell you is put the boys up on the dash, put it on a show.
Absolutely. We thought we had their number when they pit too early, but I was hoping for no caution and it came out.
Well, all I'm saying is you're 6th right now. Make it interesting. Good luck to you, buddy.
Always do. Thank you.
That's the wild man right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see if he's wild tonight or not. It's the 42, Kyle the Wild Man Wellman. Going to be firing off 6th, or 8th, excuse me. Surrendered the race lead. Was the race leader. Ended up pitting. Could not make it on fuel. There's 3 green white checker attempts. iRacing won't let you do unlimited for whatever reason. All right, 3 laps to go. Make your pick in the chat. You got Brian Zimmerman, Alex Fuller, that's your front row. Row number 2, Gabriel Gooley, Zachary Wake, Aaron Kralik, Nick Crawford. Row number 3. But you know as well as I know, it's Talladega. If you're on the lead lap, you can win this race. I mean, Cody Gibson sitting 17th. Has a shot to win this race. Last car on lead lap has a shot to win this race right now, Cody Gibson. We watched him do it here on a TSP too. I've called a few race wins out of the one truck there. What will you do for $440? What will you do for $440 when it costs you only $10 to enter? What will you do? Would you wreck your teammate? Your mom? Your grandma? I know, we're about to find out. Lights are off on the pace car. Going back green flag racing this time by. Pace car's off. And we're back under power, green flag racing. That is, oh no, Jimmy's getting out way too far ahead. This is where, when getting a good start is a detriment to you. But it looks like they've got back to him pretty quick. I think Zimmy may have saw that heads up veteran maneuver there. Saw he may have gotten too far out and decided to back it down just a little bit there. Allow the field to gradually get to him versus catching him all at once. Look at outside lane. Oh, they're wrecking. 42. He said he's going to be part of the show, and oh man, he's a show and might be showing himself flipping down the backstretch. Did not flip, but looked like he tried everything but get airborne there. Let's go back and see what happened on TSP records replay. We got contact already at that point. Right, so what happened here? Let's watch. 42 running outside lane. How does he end up here? Okay, so he comes down to try to side draft. So the 42 truck going to come down and try to side draft. He's not expecting the 01 to be out of line like that. He's expecting the 01 to be following the 55 tire tracks. Now, in no way, shape, or form is that the 01's fault, of course. No way, shape, or form. It's the 91's fault. The 60, 72, any guy that gets involved here. This is Kyle Wellman's fault with a misjudgment. But he did. He thought the 01 was going to be further down following the tracks of Gabriel Gooley. Misjudgment out of 42 ultimately ended his night and a few others' nights at contending there, I do believe. I've been wrong before. You ask my girlfriend, I've been wrong a lot. So, I could be wrong. I feel like the 42 night is done and dusted. As, oh yeah, that truck is maintenance. That's a tough break for Kyle. Now, he told us some of them guys up front could not make it past another green-white checker. Just couldn't do it. Didn't have the fuel. As he says in the chat, 2 cars going for the same hole. It just looked like, in my mind, it looked like you did not realize where he was, but if that's what you thought, then that's what you thought. As the wild man told us the truth. Zachary Wake down pit road, Brian Zimmerman down pit road, Gabriel Gooley down, Kralik down, Rupek, Wellman. Now we got to do a little bit of math. And I'm a redneck from Kentucky. Math is not a strong suit. Fuller, race leader, last pit on lap 77. They could go 24 laps. So 77 to 100, that's what? 23 laps, right? Right? Yeah, 23 laps. He's tiptoeing towards the end of the bad spectrum as far as not being able to make it another green white checker. Nick Crawford, he pit on 83. He should be good for another attempt. And then you get to the guys that are golden. William McKellar on back, from third on back. He pit on lap 99. Only way they ain't got enough fuel if they made a mistake on pit road. But other than that, they should be good. Fueled up, ready to rock and roll here. It's been a long night, ladies and gentlemen, but we're here. 3 to go. All else goes according to plan. Field's going to be in the hands of Bluey, Mr. Alex Fuller. Bristol race winner Nick Crawford starting to his outside. Fallout boy, McKellar. Inside row number 2. Outside row number 2, Dakota's Monty's. I always butcher his last name. And you got Ryan Rose, 56. Dalton Kilrow, 41. He's in 6th. But realistically, like I said, I mean, if you're on the lead lap, you have a chance of victory here. As Wellman got the truck serviced up and catching the back at half of the field once more. As man, these caution laps are brutal. Alright, Chad, I asked you earlier. I gave you a mulligan. A do-over. Who wins this race? Can't change it anymore either. Who goes home $440 richer? I hope that's a prize prize. I think that's what it is too, by the way. We did a little bit of math before, but like we mentioned earlier, math and Kentucky, yada yada yada. Pavlik says Trinity needs this. Or they needed that. They needed that yellow. Why run under yellow and they have chatted? Let's throw them a bone. Tripod's in the wild. Cal goes out, does a lot of nature videography. He enjoys it. A lot of cool stuff. Just got himself a new drone. Spent like $400, $500, so he's trying to recoup some of that. So if he could, go to the channel. I know he's making a little bit on it, but let's see if we can make a lot on it. Give him a sub, thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. Share it. Honestly, I'm not a quote-unquote nature guy. I don't not like nature, but I'm just not a... you're not ever going to catch me hugging trees. Just not that guy. Never have been. I think Kyle has hugged a tree or two. But with that said, his videos are actually pretty cool. I mean, there's video of elk on there, moose on there, bears attacking cars. That's right, bears attacking cars. And he's had a few videos go viral, so check him out, Tripods in the Wild, or as Brian Zimmerman calls him, Tripods in the Wind, because he's an old hag. 3 laps to go. Green white checker attempt number 2. Let's get to it. League Wars 2026, $440. Pace car off. Field's in the hands of Alex Fuller. Got to wait till he's in the Geico restart zone. As he is, he's loud and proud on the loud pedal. Another great launch for the leader, but is it so great? You do not want to get that far out. May have to maintain lanes here. Let's see what happens. Crawford, hard charging to the outside. 27 going to wash up a little bit. Got to be careful there. The way the side draft is now, you don't have a whole lot of margin for error. As Cody Gibson in the one Cheetos machine. Where the hell is he been out on that? We got drivers on the apron. Drivers scattering. As something happened. We stay green and clean somehow. The one truck in the game of where the hell did he come from? To the outside. Fighting for the race lead. Crawford going to go up and try to throw the block. Kill the momentum. Hard shot to the back bumper of the 74. We're white flag in the air. 99 laps down. All comes down to this. I don't give a damn what you did on lap 1. As they're 4 wide, middle of the pack. Everybody's just simply trying to get in where you fit in now. Almost 5 wide. They are 5 wide for the middle of the pack. 3 wide for the race lead. 74 still the man out front center. As the 5 and 27 though charging on the inside. They're going to wreck, pile them up, junk them in the middle. But the top 7, they make it through middle lane of Kilrow with the shove, pushing Dakota out. Remember, this is Dega. The start-finish line is so far out, but it's all 5. Nope, they can't catch him. They can't catch him. They wrecked. They junked it. Dakota money's $440 richer. Trinity Racing League going to take home the money. As, wow, what a finish. What a finish. Trinity Racing League goes 1-2. McKellar representing Crooked Line Racing brings home the 27 Fallout machine in 3rd. Tim Trowbridge 4th. And Daniel Rupek 5th. Brought the truck home 5th. Looks like he hit a telephone pole at buck 80. But he did bring the truck home in 5th. As, man, what a freaking race. What a freaking race. You're right. Fuller, he ran out of fuel. You are exactly right. Was there late. Spooky, you caught it. About 2 hours ago, you said Trinity will win this. And I don't know. I'm not colorblind. Cody Gibson is, but I think even he knows that's green on that spoiler. And green means Trinity, and green means one thing. Trinity just won $440 freaking dollars. As this winning moment brought to you by TSP, True Sim Productions. Folks, we used to broadcast hot and heavy. We were live 6-7 nights out of the week most weeks. It got crazy. We quickly arose to 1,000 subscribers. And then, like what happens in life, like most things, we got burnt out, myself and Sam. So the broadcast slowed up, but I will say it's been fun to be back here tonight. I don't know when I'll be back. I may be back in a week, it may be 2 weeks, it may be 2 years, we don't know. But that subscribe button if you enjoyed hanging out with us tonight. We're not done here. We're going to talk to our race winner. We're going to talk to second and third place. So, yeah. The show goes on, but it has been fun. It's been a treat sitting here talking to y'all tonight, chatting. Pavlik, thank you for chatting with us. Spooky Company, thank y'all. It's been fun. Let's see if we're going to go in reverse order. We're going to talk to our race winner first. Where is he at? Where is he at? The first thing I'm going to do, as soon as I get him up here, is we're going to quit butchering his last name and just ask him, Mr. Race Winner, $440 richer, I must say. How do you pronounce your last name?
Moniz.
That's Mr. Moniz, and he got the monies tonight. $440 richer. Talk to me through that final restart, brother.
Yeah, man. Just the goal was hopefully, just stay with our guys there at the end. Hopefully we were able to dodge any mayhem there if we got to the white flag. Once we got in the middle there, 3 wide, and I saw we had one of our guys on the low side. Knew we had a good shot maybe, and then they wrecked out a 4 there, and I saw it in my mirror, and I knew I had it.
Yeah, when coming off turn 4, it went from being like super hype to like, oh, that was anticlimactic, but it just the way it shook out, right? It's Talladega. You got out front, you put it out front, and you stay out front once you got there. So congratulations to you for that. I gotta ask I would say the $1 million question, but I'm gonna say the $440 question in the room. When I promoted this event, I said winner takes all. I have no say in how the winner wants to do with his money. If he wants to take all $400, he can. If he wants to divvy it up, he can. What is the 5 truck who won $440? How much they had? What's he doing with the money?
Oh, we're gonna divvy it up amongst the other drivers that participated in our league and represented us.
All right, so does that mean you want me to send it to you and you divvy it up, or you want me to send it to Kanata and he divvy it up?
Actually, yeah, you could do that. Send it to Kanata and he'll divvy it up.
All right, well, we'll take care of him. Give me a week or so. We'll get it sent out. Maybe not even that long. It may just be a few days. We'll see. We'll get it sent out and get you taken care of there, and y'all can divvy that. Well, I want to say, Dakota, thank you for coming out, and hell yeah, man, congratulations on the win. Other than Trinity, who else we got to thank here for the 5 truck?
Yeah, man, I just want to thank you first off for promoting this and putting this on for us and broadcasting it and all that. Obviously, got to thank all the boys that came out and represented Trinity for us and helped push me to the win and help get this win.
$440. Have you won a bigger money race before?
No, I haven't actually. This is probably my biggest one, so
oh, yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
That's what we like to hear. Well, congratulations, buddy, and yeah, until next time, brother. Congratulations, buddy.
All right. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, bud. All right, that's our race winner. So we went a little backwards this time. We normally go third, second, first, but we had to talk to our big time race winner first. So now let's dial up Walter. Where's he at? I don't see him in Discord. Thomas Walter. Is this him? Let's see. This could be embarrassing. This may not be him. You're live in the booth. Is this Mr. Thomas Walter? All right. So I don't think that's Thomas Walter.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, that is. I sniped it. I got lucky. So, Thomas, I'm not familiar with you, brother, but I am familiar with the fact that you have wicked speed in the 7 truck. You got the truck out front. So, let me pull up my sheets here. You actually qualified on the pole. So, you started night off P1, finished night P2. Thomas, that final restart, buddy.
I mean, that final restart, I was praying I had enough fuel. It was, essentially find a green truck and make sure it gets it to the front. Didn't matter who it was, just make sure they got to the front. If it was me, if it was Dakota, if it was if it was Nick, if it was anybody like that, that was the plan all along. Obviously towards the middle of that stint there, we kind of figured, hey, everybody's got to pit at least twice, and then it seemed like that other group was saving, but that last restart, we were just, great group of guys, love racing with them, and got the dub.
I can't lie, it makes me happy. So when I started to promote this, I made sure to emphasize the whole team aspect, the whole league aspect, right? Because I wanted somebody in an interview to say, as long as the green truck won, or as long as my team won, damn it, I didn't care who else won, as long as it was my team, right? So that sounds like Trinity did exactly that, and that's exactly why Trinity is now $440 richer, right?
Hell
y'all did that, so that's really cool to hear. Well, I'm familiar with your game now. I know you're quick, so congratulations to you for that. Who else we got to thank besides Trinity for the P2 finisher tonight?
No, obviously we got to thank my local team, QLC, Dakota, Aaron. They're both on the team. I got to thank my wife for letting me do this late at night. I know she'll probably be a little fed up with me in the morning, but that's fine. And then, thanks for everybody for watching. We hopefully put on a good show out there.
So you mentioned the wife or the fiance or whatever, right? And mine currently came to bed, so she's been listening to me broadcast for like 20 minutes. So I get it.
Yeah,
I understand.
I got 2 little ones, so she'll probably get mad at me for talking little loud in the house. So
Right. Well, we'll let you go. Maybe won't get you in trouble, put you in the doghouse. Well, congratulations there, P2, and help the teammate to the win. So congratulations, bud.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That was Mr. Walter. Brought the truck home in P2. Started the night off in P1 and didn't fall much further from that. Only fell one spot to P2. Alrighty, folks. And then there was one. It's Mr. Fallout Boy.
Yes, sir.
Mr. McKellar. Well, clearly you got a copy, brother. P3 here tonight, dude. Came in, I'm going to say it, just a little bit of a ragtag group, right? Some front row guys, some CLR guys, and maybe was an underdog at one point, but proved to be a favorite because you brought the truck home P3. Fuel was an issue for some, and fuel was an issue, and wasn't an issue for some. Talk me through that final restart, though, brother. That was chaos.
That final restart was a lot of chaos. I wasn't expecting was it the 10? I think the 10 was the one that restarted first. Like I wasn't expecting him to go early in the box.
Right.
So that caught me out a little bit, but just being able to get going, and then just honestly the craziest thing was him running out of gas going into 3. I thought we were all going to die for sure, and I was just super happy that we didn't.
It checks y'all up big time, right? And it's just kind of you know yourself, you're close on fuel, and you know other people are close on fuel. But even still, when they run out right in front of you, it still catches you off guard, right? Even if you're quote unquote preparing for it, right? So, kudos to you for that. But yeah, I want to thank you for representing the team, representing CLR, representing front row, and brought the truck home third. So I want to say congratulations to you for that. Who we got to thank for the 27, Mr. Fallout Boy?
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank God above. Second, I got to thank my wife. I think just about everyone said they got to thank their wives for letting us do this.
Late night.
I got to thank my wife for letting me do this. I'm sicker than a dog, so I really have to thank my wife and Tylenol for being even coherent enough to race. So
wow.
Finishing third, I might as well have finished first. That's how I'm looking at this right now. So I got to thank the leagues for putting this on. Got to thank you for broadcasting and letting us CLR front row guys know what's happening. And it's been a lot of fun tonight.
Right on, buddy. Well, that's why we do it. We do it because people like you said they had fun. So I hope you get to feeling better, buddy. Hopefully that Tylenol keeps working wonders, and hopefully we have you for the next one.
Yes, sir.
Right on, buddy. Well, congratulations, dude. And that was Nuka-Cola's finest, Mr. Fallout Boy, Willie McKellar, there. As, boys, my first broadcast in 7 months. I think we did it. We did it. Solo broadcast. We're here to the end. If you're still here to the end, kudos to you. My fiance probably wants me to shut the hell up because she's over there tired and I'm loud because I'm broadcasting. So we're going to close up shop. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I guess we got to do our broadcast duty. We got to pull up the results, don't we? Can't forget about that real quick. Trinity Racing League went out loud, proud, top dog, all that, all the cliches. Yeah, they did it. $440 for Richard. That's them. Dakota Moniz, Thomas Walter P2, William McCullough third, Tim Trowbridge, Daniel Rupek. That's going to round out the top 5. In 6, you got Mr. Nick Crawford. 7th, Nicholas Moody, Aaron Kralix, and 8th, Kanata was a show. I mean, put on a show all night, finished 9th, and rounded top 10, Gabriel Gooley. Heartbreak there for Kyle Wellman, leading late, was leading really late. 3 laps to go in the event. Didn't have enough fuel for the green white checker. Late race caution comes out, has to pit. Story's been wrote, so it's happened to all of us, right? Happened to Wellman tonight, bit him. Another note, Ryan Rose 15th, late race crash, ended his night. What can you do? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all to the leagues. I want to send a huge shout out to Kanata at Trinity, Dalton over at Hightide, Mark over at Blazing Pedals, and Tom Friedis over at Front Row. I just started promoting this event not even 2.5 weeks ago, just with a thought. Hey, make them pay $10. We'll put all the money up, and the league, whatever league wins, winner take all. And not only did the leagues buy in, but the drivers did too. So thank y'all for that. And until next time, I've enjoyed being back in the booth. We'll see ya.